Welcome to Freshman Orientation. I am Principal Hampson. I want to be the first to welcome you to Big Fork High School this year. Even though we are doing Freshman Orientation virtually, I know you will learn a lot from our staff that is going to share their information with you after I am done speaking today. A couple things before we get into some of the rules of what I normally talk with freshmen about. I want to remind you that you'll be entering the school starting on Monday from entry points. There are 6 different entries. We have numbered them 1 through 6. You will find the classroom teacher that you're going to on those doors. A map was sent out, but if you have any questions or concerns before that, make sure you reach out to me via email and I can answer those before you show up. Another thing is that has been sent out is masks are required at all times. When you're in the classroom, when you're in passing through the halls transition period. The only time they're not required is when you are eating at lunch. We do ask that when you are done eating, that you do put your mask back on. We are trying to keep everybody safe. My goal and the school district's goal is to stay in school as long as possible, and masks help us do that. Okay, a couple rules that I normally share with the freshmen during orientation time is be on time. That's a rule. We expect all our students to be on time as they're coming. There is always some exceptions, but we want to all work towards being here when the class starts. With that being said, the doors do not open at Big Fork High School at this time until 7:50. So when you come, find your door, you'll line up there, you'll have your mask on. Teacher will open that door at 7:50, and we're asking you to go straight to your classroom at that time. Another rule is make sure that you care enough to try. That's something we work on perseverance and grit over here, and we're always looking for our students and staff to be their best self and do their best work. So that falls underneath your best work, that you're prepared for classroom, you're there on time, and you put your best effort. Another one is respect the rights of others, which falls under the best self category, that you respect yourself and others, and allow anytime a substitute teacher to come in, also be respectful to them, and refrain from acting out in a way that you want people acting towards you. Next rule is a big one, is ask for help. That's always daunting when you come into a new school, even though you're coming from across the parking lot. We are here to help you. I have an amazing staff. Their job is to ensure that you're learning. So anytime you have a question, don't hesitate to reach out to one of them or to me, and we want to ensure that you're successful for the next 4 years here. That is a brief overview of what you're going to be hearing from some of the other teachers. I can't be more excited to have you here. Challenge yourself. Get out of it when you want every day. And we just can't wait to have you part of our family here at Big Fork High School. Thank you. Have a good day.
Hi, 8th graders and new students. Welcome to Big Fork High School. I'm Mrs. Munson. I am your counselor. I really don't enjoy making these videos. I would love to be standing in front of you, waving at you, and being silly and goofy, but I suppose I can be silly and goofy in my office. So welcome to high school. We are excited to have you. It's a crazy year. We all know that. There's things changing. There's policies. There's things that we have to do even if we don't want to do it. But the main point is that we get to be here. And I think that's the biggest thing to remember, is that we get to be here regardless of the rules. Remember how much we all missed each other last spring. And I know that you kids did too. Just talking to people, they wanted to be in school. So we're here, we're in school. It's going to look a little different, but that's okay. The first thing I want to tell you about 9th grade, and this is not COVID related at all, which is kind of fun to talk about something different. The first thing is that 9th grade is the start of your high school career, and it matters. It matters now. It matters every quarter. It matters every semester. Your grades count, and they'll stay with you. So if you are to fail a class, especially like an English class, first semester, you are going to have to retake that again. And that means the next year, since you have to take 4 years of English, the next year you're going to have to take another 2 Englishes at a time. So I don't recommend that. I was a former English teacher. It's probably enough work to take 1 English class at a time. So remember that it stays with you. We want to prepare you for everything that you have and not to waste a minute of it saying it's just my freshman year. It's not. 9th grade matters all the time. Secondly, I want you to know your plan, because everyone's plan is not the same. So you may want to take a bunch of advanced science classes to get up to our higher level science classes because you want to be pre-med, or you want to do nursing, or maybe you want to take the higher level math classes because you want to go into engineering or something like that. Remember that your plan is not the same as everyone's. So just because we say you only need 2 years of science does not mean that you shouldn't take a 3rd year or maybe even a 4th year of science. So that's part of what you'll do when you come and visit with me in December, and we'll talk about your plan a little bit, but I want you to think about that. Does it have to stay the same? Absolutely not. People change their minds all the time, and that's fine, but I want you to think about what your plan is and what you need to take to get there. So that being said, any people who are possibly thinking of playing sports in college, the NCAA and the NAIA division and NCAA Division I and Division II all have different requirements of classes that you have to take. So you want to be aware of that as well. Also, whether you're going in-state or out-of-state for college. And again, you don't have to know that now, but if there's a possibility, you're going to want to take a foreign language, even though we don't require it. So I want you to think about all those things. It takes 23 credits to graduate from high school here. So if you think about that, we have 7 periods. That's 7 credits a year. If you take a study hall, that's 6 a year. So you can still take a study hall and still graduate. 6 times 4 is 24, and you only need 23 credits. So think about that. I want you to have a plan in mind when you meet up with me in December so that we can talk about what's needed for that plan. Right now, you're just working on fulfilling some of those credits that are required by our school, which are the fine art, year of CTE, and the PE health, computer class, and then of course, English 4 years, math 3 years, science 2 years, and social studies 3 years. So that is all I need to say about that now, but I want you guys to be thinking about that and talking to your parents about it. Because it's not about getting to senior year and dropping all your classes because you want to have an easy, fun year. You should be kind of headed up your senior year so that when you go to college or you go to a trade school or you go into what you might be doing in the future, that your motivation level is up, not down. So that's what we're trying to encourage. And I think the last thing, Mr. Hansen's going to talk to you about the logistical things about school and some of the rules. But what I want to encourage you to do is have fun and get involved in high school in everything that you can. And I understand that it's different kind of involvement now because of what's going on in our world, but it's not going to be like that forever. I'm choosing to think positively that eventually we'll kind of go back to what the normal was before, or a sort of new normal. But I want you to think about getting involved in clubs and events in school. Dive in and try something new. You're more likely to want to come to school if you have that kind of one thing that really sets you on fire. And maybe it's a class, maybe it's an activity, maybe it's friends, but you're definitely going to meet more people if you get involved in things at our school, and you'll be more engaged to stay here and finish high school. As far as schedules go, we are going to allow you up to next Friday to change your schedule. So that's September 4th. I would love for you to change them before if you think you're going to. If you get into a class and it's not what you thought it was going to be, you can still drop, but you'll have to fill out a form with me and have your teacher and your parents sign that form to drop the class after school starts. If you want to change your schedule now, that would be great. Call me at the school. It's 837-7420, or you can email me at smunson@bfsd38.org. And I will take care of those schedule questions that you might have. Again, everybody only gets one schedule change. So please really think that through before you make a decision on your schedule change as well. So I think that's all that I have to inform you of today anyway. I'm here anytime you need me. Stop by my office. We'll sit 6 feet apart. We'll wear our masks. It will be fantastic. It's really nice and warm and toasty in here. Sometimes that's good. Sometimes that's bad. Today it's quite hot. But I just wanted you to know that I'm here for you. It's kind of a strange time, but we're all going to get through it together. We're going to be flexible. Things might not go the way we want them to. We may get quarantined for a couple weeks, but we're here, and we're here for you. And our school's done a great job organizing everything and trying to do the best we can to keep everybody safe and engaged in classes. So thank your teacher when you see them. They're working really hard. Thank your administrator. Thank your secretary. Thank your janitors. Everybody here is doing the best that they can do to make this a great year for you, even if it's different than it was before. So thank you guys. We will be seeing you soon. Take care.
Hi everyone, my name is Mr. Seaton, and I'm going to be your 9th grade English teacher this year. I'm really excited to get to meet all of you. We're going to have an awesome year. I'm really excited to get into some books with all of you, some short stories to work on our writing skills, even our speaking and listening skills. I think we're going to have just a lot of time to work together, to have some individual one-on-one time, some group time, you name it. I think we're just going to be all over the board, having fun, learning some skills, but also talking about some really important topics, whether through some argumentative units or informational. We're just going to explore a lot of things and hopefully come out with a lot of great skills and become more resilient, capable people at the end of this year. A little bit about me. Well, this is my first year at Big Fork High School, so I'm excited for that. I think it's going to be an awesome opportunity. I'm so happy to be up here with all of you. I'm coming from Missoula area, been working on my master's at U of M, and before that was up in northern Wyoming. So teaching and coaching track and football there. But I am excited to be here. Got all my interests in town and in the area. Love to fly fish, write, travel, cook, get outdoors, backpacking, you name it. Just excited to be here. Can't wait to meet all of you. I think we're going to have an awesome year. And despite some challenges, we're going to come away just better people, and I'm excited to get going. I think I'm going to expose you all to some literature that you really enjoy and hopefully some things that stick with you for a while. You're always welcome to get a hold of me with my email. I'm here to support all of you. I know it's difficult times. We're all going through these times though, so I want you to know that you're not alone and that I will hopefully be a good resource for you all going into the high school, and we're going to go ahead and learn together. Can't wait to see you all soon, and thank you again. Bye-bye.
Welcome to Freshman Orientation. My name is Cole Jones, and I am one of the math teachers at Big Fork High School. I'll give you a little bit of background on myself. I was born and raised in the Flathead Valley. I went to high school at Pitfalls High School. I graduated from the University of Montana Western with a degree in secondary education and mathematics. I have been teaching for 5 years total, and the last 4 years I have taught at Big Fork High School. My talking points for this video, going through, obviously I first want to start with welcoming everybody, looking forward to a new and exciting year at the high school. I'm going to talk about kind of the math class path. So what I'm talking about is what math classes you can take and what order you are going to be taking those classes. How to be successful in all of your math classes, and one of the big points is what grade you need to have to pass your math class. So again, welcome. I'm excited for the new year. I hope everyone had an enjoyable summer, and now we're going to start off with our fall semester. So The math class path, what we're looking at is primarily all freshmen are going to start in Algebra 1. From Algebra 1, your second year would be Geometry. After Geometry, you would go into Algebra 2. After Algebra 2, you have a couple different options. One of those options is to go into Stats and Probability. Stats and Probability is a dual credit course, which means when you complete that course with the correct grade, you would get credit not only at the high school, but also through FECC. If you don't do Stats and Probability, you can move on to Pre-Calc. And then if you wanted to continue after Pre-Calc, you could go into Calculus. Calculus is, again, another dual credit course where you get credit at the high school and at the community college. And then lastly, for this math class, you are able to, if you want to, and from my recommendation, you can double up while you were taking Geometry and Algebra 2. So that means you could take those two classes during the same year. There's not really any other time to double up for math classes. That would be the main one. For this path right here, you have to complete 3 of these different classes. So if you start in Algebra 1, you'd have to do Algebra 1, Geometry, and Algebra 2, successfully completing all of those. You have to do 3 of them. You can do more than 3, but at Big Fork, we require all of your students to do 3 math classes. How to be successful in class. First thing, make sure you attend class. When you're missing any days, I know it happens, we're sick, we got something else going on, it just kind of sets you back a little bit, so really try to attend class as much as you can. That's where you're going to get the wealth of knowledge from all of the teachers. Take notes. There is not really any textbooks here at the high school, so you have to rely on your notes to be your new textbook. And then lastly, make sure you're asking questions. Don't be afraid to ask for help. That's what we're here to do and here to help you. So please ask questions if you need help through anything. Last talking point, and this is a big one, and this is one that going over slowly, is what grade is needed to pass. So at the high school for the math department, you have to have a C- or a 70% for both semesters. So at the end of semester 1 and at the end of semester 2, you have to have a C- or 70% or better. So I mean, if you have an 85%, you're good to go. But that is what is required. So if one semester is a D plus, like a 68 or something like that, and then the other semester is an 81, you would have to retake that math class. So this is something I want to reiterate. It has to be a 70% or better. So making sure you're staying up on your grades, because you don't want to have to repeat a year. It just sets you behind and then just kind of puts you in a bind a little bit. So a 70% or better for both semesters. Wanted to thank you and looking forward to starting a new and exciting year.
Hey guys, welcome freshmen. Here is your CTE department, Career and Technical Education. So you need to see us at least 1 year of your high school career. You need to take 1 year of Career and Technical Ed. We're going to talk to you individually about what we offer, what classes those are, but we'll see you soon.
Dude, you nailed it! Okay, now you can now just go real quick. Now you can go. So.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, cool. Hi guys, I'm Mrs. McGregor. I'm the Family and Consumer Science teacher. You are in one of the kitchens here for the culinary department. So if you are a freshman, as you all are, you'll have to wait until next year to take culinary, but this year you can take textiles with me, which is sewing and fashion design, and you get to sew some pajamas, pillowcase, have a good time. That you can take as a freshman. When you are a sophomore, you can take Culinary 1, and then that's where you learn to cook all kinds of things, learn about cuisine from other parts of the world, build on your cooking skills. Then if you like that and want to continue on that pathway, you can take Culinary 2. So we'll see you soon. Oh, I didn't really.
Hi guys, Mr. Hollow here. This is a little bit unique how we're doing this, but I teach business and computers here. I will have some of you guys this year for CBA. I also teach personal finance, yearbook, and a new class that we're offering this year called Sports and Entertainment Marketing. So I'm hoping that throughout the course of this year or the years to come, that some of you guys are interested in what we're doing and taking some of our classes and getting to learn a little bit about the different things we offer here. So see you soon. See you around. Say hi if you say hello. Bye. No sense.
Hi guys, I'm Mr. James Meyer. I'm new to the school here. My wife and I have been in Big Fork for quite a while, but we're both new to the school. And I'm teaching welding, intro to welding, advanced welding, intro to auto shop, and advanced auto shop, and a section of physics. So I hope to see some of you guys at some point in one of those classes. I think freshmen, you can definitely sign up for the intro to welding and intro to auto shop. And we're going to get started right away building some stuff in the auto shop, or I'll get you started welding right away in the welding class. Briefly, I'll just tell you, even if you think that CTE isn't for you, and it is a requirement here at school, it's certainly an advantage. Even if you think you want to be a doctor, lawyer, engineer, teacher, video game developer, whatever you think your career is going to be. From my personal experience, being able to weld, being able to work on cars, and being able to work with wood, I have always had a job. All through college, I was able to build houses. I was able to work on cars. When I was putting myself through teacher college, I was welding at night. So you could always get a job with this background, and we want to help you guys discover that. You might just find that it just becomes something you enjoy to do as a hobby, and that's cool too. So come in, see what we can offer you guys, and I hope to see all you in our classes at some point soon.
So Mr. Meyer had a great point. Not everyone has to take cooking class with me. That might not be the area that you want to focus on, but you do need to have 1 year of career and technical ed for your high school career. So you can choose one of us to spend a year with or more, or you can split it up between us throughout the years. But that is a requirement. And what career and technical education means is that you are gaining skills for the workplace, for a career. So when you graduate, you will have actual skills that will get you a job right out of school. It builds on a career. It gives you skills. So that's what all of us have in common, part of your CTE team.
Welcome to Big Fork High School.
See you guys soon.
All right.
Hi, everybody. My name is Patrick Munson. Mr. Munson. I am the health teacher at Big Fork High School. And there's your freshman orientation video, and I'm going to go quickly through this so that way we cover all the necessary items. Okay. Number one, for your PE health credits, you have some mandatory classes and you have some elective classes that you need to complete. For every semester, you get half a credit, and you need a total of 1.5 credits for graduation. Okay. So you're in your freshman year, you're going to get your freshman PE class and your freshman health class. Each one is a semester long. Okay, so whether you get PE in the fall and then you get health in the spring or vice versa, you're going to get 1 full credit of your 1.5 credits that you need. Okay, after that, you have some choices. We have elective classes called weightlifting, speed and strength, fitness for life. You can use those, and at some point in time between your sophomore year and your senior year, you'll get those done. Or you also have the option of using varsity athletics as a opportunity. Okay, you need to complete a form and submit it. You have to get your coach's signature, and you turn that into your guidance counselor, Mrs. Munson, and that will take care of that. Okay, you have to do that when you do the sport. You don't get to do the sport as a freshman or a sophomore and then come back as a senior to fill out that form because you forgot to do it earlier. So even if you don't think it's going to matter, you should probably fill out the form just so that way it's on file and it's for good measure. Okay. Okay. A couple items going into school. You need to take care of yourself, mental, physical, social well-being. Okay. Food, fuel your body so that way you're successful. Okay. Don't skip meals and forget things. And then you set yourself up for the inability for your mind to focus. Okay. The inability for your body to be regulated, and then you're grouchy or upset and you're lashing out at people. Okay. So eat regular meals, talk to your teachers. They'll figure out what their classroom rules are on, what to eat, when to eat, and help yourself be successful that way. Sleep. Okay, your teenage body needs 9 hours of sleep. Okay, adults get less because we're not growing. At your age right now, you have so much growth going on, and many of the times teenagers are staying up late, binging on Netflix or other streaming options, social media. Cell phones are almost the enemy for you guys. Okay, you get yourselves in trouble with them so much. Learn how to manage that tiny little device so that way it doesn't manage you. Give yourself a chance. You shut that off before you go to bed, like an hour or two, because the LED, LCD screens are messing with the brain, and it keeps your frontal cortex, frontal lobe of your brain awake, so you don't get good sleep. Okay, so make sure you handle yourself and give yourself plenty of sleep. Stress. Okay, we will cover this in health, but it's going to be important for you to be successful. Learn time management skills so you don't procrastinate and fall behind, as well as stress management so you learn how to deal with stress. The goal is not to eliminate all stress, because that is impossible to eliminate all stress in life. You need to figure out how to cope with stress and how to manage it. Okay. Pitfalls, things that you need to avoid right now. Unhealthy social activity. Okay. All the garbage that people do on social media. It's immature. It's inappropriate. So avoid it. Peer pressure. Okay. If you put yourself in a bad situation, bad things are going to happen. Okay. If you want to hang out with the quote unquote bad crowd, well, then don't expect to end up doing extremely well and being a good kid if you're doing all the wrong things. Okay. Please don't be someone you don't want to be. You fall into that situation and then you regret what you did. Okay. Inappropriate pictures, or someone coerced you into joining them in something. Please be you. Okay. Try not to be someone that you're not. Stand up for who you are. This is just going to school as another way in life that we learn how to be ourselves. Unhealthy substance abuse. Okay. Vapes and Juuls. For those of you who are unaware, okay, it was an enormous game changer from the tobacco industry with these vapes and Juuls. There's more nicotine in one Juul pod than an entire pack of cigarettes. You're throwing that junk and garbage into your body, and you think, well, because everybody else is doing it, that it's cool and it's okay. Well, it's really not. We're going to find out that there's addiction from this, and people are going to be like destroying their bodies. Lung cancer rates are going to be going through the roof, and we're going to discover that it's all because of this right now. Okay, you're not the first ones who have gone through this, because innovations in the tobacco industry have come and gone, and we have done the same thing. Okay, people in the past have done this. Your parents, your grandparents, they all had to deal with this. Okay, this is just being a part of making smart, healthy choices. And that goes along the lines is avoiding alcohol, abusing prescription pills, using Xanax as a crutch to get through the day. Okay, if you can't cope with life normally, then we learn the healthy measures to do it, not that we learn how to become dependent upon something. Okay, and healthy things to do for you right now. Okay, this is a pivotal year. Your freshman year in school is a pivotal year. Falling behind in core subjects of like English and math drastically increase the risk of you failing high school or dropping out. Okay, set yourself up to do it the right way right now, so that way when you become a sophomore or a junior, you don't have to take 2 or 3 English classes, 2 or 3 math classes because you failed freshman year. Okay, and you're trying to play catch up. Okay, it'd be a lot easier just to stay on top of things. Okay, so as the year comes and goes, listen to your advice to your teachers. Okay, another healthy skill right now is communicating with your teachers. Okay, they're not the enemy. We're trying to help you, and we have lots of opportunities to help you. Please take advantage of it. Okay. Also, this is important to start to develop healthy school and work habits. And high school experience in America is different than anywhere else in the world. Okay, please get involved. We have lots of fun opportunities, and it's about an experience to help you grow mentally, physically, socially. Okay, if your thing is to get involved in, you like physical things, see if you go out for a sport. If your thing is more oral and you like speech and drama, go out for that. Okay, we have great programs, great activities. You have teachers that are wanting to do wonderful things. Mr. Bodenhammer has an award-winning cave club, and our art program is wonderful. Is amazing. Okay, there's lots of great opportunities. Please get yourself involved. Okay, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. All of us are here as resources. Everyone in these videos are on the freshman guidance committee, so we're here to help. Okay, so we know exactly what you're going through because we've done this ourselves and we help people go through this. So please don't be afraid to ask. Okay, and hopefully you guys have a great school year. Bye.
Welcome, freshmen.
Hey guys, I'm Randy Tunnel and I teach band and choir and guitar.
And I'm Amber Britt, and I teach art fundamentals, drawing, painting, ceramics, and photography.
So we are here just to talk about the visual and performing arts options that you guys will have throughout your high school career, and just talk about general things, attitude, and how we can make this the best year ever. So I will start on the performing arts end. We have 2 band options. We have a choir option, and those are performance-based. And then we also have a guitar class offering, which you can take at any point in your career, and it is a non-performing fine art, and it's the only non-performing fine art that we offer. And that is the performing arts side.
And in the visual arts side, you want to make sure to get your art fundamentals class out of the way so that you can move on to those advanced classes like photography, ceramics, painting, and drawing, because the fundamentals class is a prerequisite to those classes. So the sooner you get those in, then the sooner you have more time to explore the rest of the arts throughout your high school career, which is going to be fabulous, by the way. We are really looking forward to having you as freshmen, and we really just want to send the message to you that this is going to be a great year for you, and you are going to have such a great time, and every day is something special, and we really want you to realize that you are going to have to work hard in high school, but at the same time, we want you to have fun doing that.
Ms. Britt and I obviously are on the artsy side, but we do want to encourage you to learn how to use that part of your brain. It is such a great way to channel some maybe talents that you didn't even know you had. It is such a great escape right now, especially in our world with our mental health and making sure we need to be, conscious of how we are. The arts are such a great way to help us through times of struggle, but also through times of great happiness and joy. And so we feel that we play a huge part, not only in this school, but in society in general. If you have never experienced an art before, it is not too late. Both Ms. Britt and I have classes available to people who have never maybe experienced either of our options, our class options or whatever. We come talk to us. We want to open up those avenues for you. You don't know how amazing you might be unless you try. And as old people, we can tell you there is no better time to try something than now in high school. The longer you go throughout your life, the harder it is to start something new. So we encourage you to do that kind of stuff now. If you ever have any questions about starting something that is unfamiliar to you in the arts, we would love to have a conversation about that. At any time, it could be next year, it could be your senior year. It is never too late. The arts are something you can, and I hope do, your whole life.
Yep.
And so even if your journey doesn't start until you're 18, man, that is plenty of time in your life to work on your craft, right? And even as a hobby, it doesn't have to be something that you are going to pursue as your career. Just have it as an amazing outlet of creativity, and we all need that right now.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, we welcome you, and we hope to see you guys in our classes.
Have a great year.
Bye-bye. We did pretty good.
Hey kids, welcome to the library. This is the library catalog page. you can get to it through your Managed Bookmark tabs on your Chromebook. Once at the catalog, you can click in the search box and enter a popular title that you might be looking for. You can see here that I have 2 copies of the very popular book, Aragon. You can come down to the library and check that book out, or you can place a hold by logging in with your library card number and a PIN, which I will give to you once you come see me. Once you place a hold on a book, I can deliver it to you, so we have less contact with students around the school. Again, you can log into your library account once you come see me to get your library card number and your PIN. Back at the home page, we also have access to over 2,500 digital titles in a program called Sora, which is powered by the company Overdrive. Sora is an app that you can put on your cell phone or digital device, or you can also read right off of your browser from your Chromebook. There are titles in here from kindergarten through 12th grade, so you will see some younger titles like The Mouse and the Motorcycle. You will also see young adult titles that might be of interest to you. By clicking on the book, you can see whether it is an ebook or an audiobook. And if this is the one you want, you simply click Borrow, and it downloads to your device immediately, which then allows you to read right away. Back at the library catalog, we also have databases. On the right-hand side here, we have access to 6 databases provided by the company called Gale. Once you go to Gale, you need to know the password, which is Viking. That gets you in. Then you can search for thousands of articles to do any of your research that you're needing to complete for your classes. Again, the password is Viking. This is a really great resource for any of your classes. This one happens to be the Health and Wellness database. But if you click up here, you can find all the databases that we subscribe to. Again, we have a regular high school database, a biography database, an opposing viewpoints database, a U.S. history database, and finally a world history database. And again, the password for all these databases is Viking. On the other side of the catalog here, you'll notice World Book Online, countryreports.org, American Indian History, and another database provided from the Montana State Library called the Montana Memory Project. If you have any questions, please feel free to come see me in the library. I am here and happy to help all the time. Have a great year.
Hey there, class of 2024. Welcome to Big Fork High School. I am Miss Nadeau, and I am so thrilled to see you all here back on campus in person, and so happy for you all to start out your high school career with all of us here in the building. My role here is to help support your learning and work with your teachers and work closely to assure that your transition into high school is going smoothly and that it's positive. And if there are ways in which I can make that happen and support you and feeling good about your education and your world here in high school, I am happy to do so. I am down in room 208, down the hallway from your English classroom, and you are always welcome to come on by. And even though I can't see you smile under your mask, I can see your smiling eyes. So look forward to seeing all of you kids here on campus. We'll see you on Monday.
Done?
Hey, for all you freshmen I haven't met yet, can't wait to meet you. Excited to have you here at Big Fork High School. My message for you is real simple. It's get involved if you can. It doesn't have to be a sport necessarily. It doesn't have to be football or volleyball. Get involved in something. Some club, some group, some organization. It really will make your high school experience that much better. I always look forward to. I went to school here at Big Fork, and I always look forward to the road trips and get a chance to get outside the classroom a little bit. We have great teachers, great classes to pick, to choose from, select. But joining a group or an organization, an activity, a sport, it really will make your experience that much more complete. Take care. Look forward to meeting with you. If you have any questions, come find me, Mr. P, Mr. Pivac, Mr. Porvecchio. I'm in the main office. You'll see me running around. Take care and have a great day.